Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about things like children's cereals being a problem. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below and drop me a comment under the video, I'd appreciate it so much. And this is a topic that I do think that we have to address as a society, at least in the U.S. I can't speak to this around the world. I can't speak to the U.S. And then I did spend 3 years in the U.K. and I do see a similar situation there. And I'm talking as someone who themselves, again, you can see in the background there, you can see the cereals. I'm speaking as someone who struggled with obesity when younger. I've been over 300 pounds. I lost like 150 pounds and then got really into lifting after. This is like 25 plus years ago though. I'm 48 at the time this video is being made. So my thing is, this is stuff that I realize and recognize and see. And again, we're at the point where this has been so normalized that when you bring these topics up, I've seen people in fitness groups, and I bring this stuff up like on Facebook and stuff. I've literally had people come in who are fitness people and trainers. Oh, you're just promoting demonization of foods and all foods in moderation. And it's like, how do the people, even fitness people and trainers, not see the connection here? Okay? How do they not see this connection? That's what fascinates me, because realistically, we all know there's no benefit to these refined sugars. They're void of nutrition, right? I mean, we can make a case for certain processed foods still having vitamins and minerals and stuff, right? There's plenty of really refined foods that I don't generally eat or recommend that at least still have some nutritional value. There's some vitamins and minerals in them. There's none in your table sugar, high fructose corn syrup. It's been pretty well stripped of them, right? Even butter and seed oils, which are refined fats, that kind of upset me. Every time you bring that, people get upset. Even they have vitamins in them. They have minerals still in them. This stuff doesn't. So you're looking at all these refined sugars and all this hyper palatable junk being marketed to children. Do we not understand how this sets up a problem for obesity and other health issues for life, right? Because really, where are we getting our obesity from? Well, biggest cause is going to be excess calories, and particularly excess dietary fat, because that's generally what we're storing. But refined sugars have negative metabolic health effects, right? They affect our hyperpalatability, and enough of them absolutely cause insulin resistance. Okay, we need to be clear on that. Yes, even though we gain almost all the fat in our body from fat that we store, it's a whole heck of a lot easier to overeat it when you're insulin resistant and you're eating a bunch of empty sugar calories. You talk about a real fast way to get too much extra fat in your diet after and have a massive calorie excess. There you have it. Right there. And I think this is where a lot of it starts. It starts with childhood of children being set up to eat hyperpalatable junk, to crave tons of sweet things. Okay? Learning bad eating habits from a young age. Also think about the fact that, again, if they're eating stuff like this for breakfast, getting a very large surge of very simple carbohydrates, not enough fiber or protein and stuff necessarily in here. I mean, sure, if they're adding milk, but lack of fiber combined with refined carbohydrates, refined sugar, they are going to get a significant large jump in blood sugar. They're also going to be more likely to be insulin resistant from all this. And so what are you going to see? It's going to affect their schoolwork, their concentration, their hunger through the day. Okay, this is not setting them up for a good day. We want to see fibrous carbohydrates. We want to see some healthy fats. We want to see some protein. Okay? We want to see some protein. So what do I mean by that? I don't know. Maybe some oatmeal, some fruit, some eggs. Yeah, I think that would be a much better, much better, right? Way for most children to start their day. Right? Little yogurt, some Greek yogurt, get some extra protein in there. Okay, this would be a much better way. if you even need breakfast foods at all. I don't even believe we need breakfast foods. That's a whole nother topic. The idea that you need special foods for breakfast is a very strange social conditioning that's not conducive to your health. I mean, dude, I eat chicken, rice, avocados and stuff for breakfast, right? Steak and potatoes for breakfast. What's the problem, guys? Are those not healthy, adequate meals? Come on. So, but they get started with this stuff. And then they get addicted to the hyperpalatable food, the junk food. And again, we need to be clear. These cereals are marketed to children. That's insidious. Look at all these things. It's cartoon characters. When I was growing up as a kid, you saw the commercials for these things. It was cartoon characters, right in the middle of our cartoons in the morning on the TV. Then we see the cereal as cartoons. We want to get to all those ones that we see there. Cartoons, appealing to their entertainment, just like the show they're watching. It's work right in between. This is marketing junk food to children. Then they want it, and they tell Mom, this is the one I want. This is the one. I get this one at the grocery store. This is the one that I want. They saw the advertisement. All right? This is marketing junk food to children instead of healthy whole foods. This is insidious. And we allow it. Okay? We allow it. And we're at the point now to where it's become normal because we grew up. So I remember this as a kid. I'm 48. So parents in their 40s and in their 50s, have people who have grandchildren now. Remember, this is how they grew up. Well, this is normal. Let's go get the kids the whatever Fruit Lucky Pops or whatever nonsense they're eating. Right? The Cocoa Crisps. Because they grew up. We're now at a couple generations deep. We're a couple generations deep of people. So now their children, their grandchildren, they think this is normal because they did it. But look, it's the same generation who all have diabetes, heart attacks, obesity. They grew up with this. They grew up with this. It's become normalized to the point where you'll see all the way to personal trainers saying it's fine in moderation. Don't demonize foods, but these aren't foods. I don't demonize foods. I think we need carbs, fat, and proteins. I think we need whole foods. I'm not going to demonize any food. These aren't foods. These are hyperpalatable, refined food-like substances. Food-like substances are not food. We're not demonizing anything. But think about this. If this has now become ubiquitous in our culture to the point where parents and grandparents grew up and think that this is normal. This has all been marketing. And no, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's about money and unregulated business, unregulated ethical business. Unethical business is our problem. And a food culture that permits it. But if you want to look at where this stuff starts, then you get people who are adults. I can't get by without my refined sugar. I can't get by without my treats and my junk. I can't be happy without it. Yeah, because you were programmed as a child to think that it was normal. All right. So if you want to know how insidious this really is, that this is marketed to children, how many people today out there say, "Oh, well, I can't be happy without whatever this junk, my junk food, my garbage," right? Because of this level of indoctrination, programming, getting children addicted to this stuff at a young age. Now you have grown adults. I can't be happy without my junk food. Yeah, because they started you with the cereal and other garbage. It was marketed to you with cartoons and stuff. Or to your parents, who then passed it on to you because they normalized it. Right? This is the problem. This creates health problems in the future due to this. And we have to put an end to this. And then people give these craziest things like, well, my kids won't eat healthy food. What a cop-out. Really? If they get hungry, they'll eat it. If your children get hungry enough, they'll eat the apple and the steak. Okay? They'll eat the healthy food if they get hungry enough, they'll eat the chicken breast and baked potato and broccoli that you put there for them. When they get hungry enough, they'll eat the healthy food. They're only eating the other stuff because you're making it an option and you're allowing them to be manipulated by the marketing and what their friends are eating, and then you're caving to it instead of saying, no, we have healthy food here. You're gonna eat the healthy food, or you won't eat. And that's not harmful. That's looking out for their best interest. Okay. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. And I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.